Hi there, my name is Kaylee.
My name is Shay.
And we're tackling some big debt.
In the Big Apple.
Well,
we're in California this time.
We're in California this time. We are tackling some big debt from California this week because we're at my sister's house. Mm-hmm. This is as much of my sister's house as you're going to see today.
Yep.
And it's October now. Happy October. For those who are new, we like to do a little month-end wrap-up at the, guess what, end of the month, where we look at the prior month, see where we stack up on our financial goals, like our steps toward financial independence, our debt payoff, our net worth, all the things that make up your financial life. So we like to look at those at the end of the month because that's how that works, and
helps us stay track in the long term.
Helps us stay track in the long term.
Stay on track. Jesus Christ.
What we're going to do right now is take a look at September, how everything shaped up. And that's that.
Yes.
And yes. So the down payment category is something we were saving for and kind of are, but not really. So what happened was in June we got married and we said, in lieu of gifts for the wedding, please, if you insist on contributing, contribute to the down payment fund. And then after the wedding, we sat down and had a conversation of, realistically, as far as our finances go, what makes the most sense? And the answer was not buy a house. It was pay down the student loans.
Yes. So
we are keeping this money in a high yield savings account because, it was given with the intent of going towards the down payment fund.
So it will,
but it's just sitting, and every month it gets the interest from the high yield savings account, and we just add it to that, and that pot is going.
Yep.
So it's not growing fast.
But it's growing.
It is growing. So that's where that is.
Yeah.
It went up $11, $14, $14.
Which is not nothing.
Not nothing.
It's pretty good.
Similar scenario with the fully funded emergency fund. It is something that I like having. This is not fully funded.
Nope.
The goal is eventually to have a fully funded 3-month emergency fund. But again, this money is just sitting and rolling in a high yield savings account.
Yep.
Cranking.
And this is, between you and I, we've got about 1 month's worth of expenses.
Yeah.
Because
Shay has a separate.
I have a separate one that's not on. I don't know why we never added mine, but.
I don't know either. Next year. Feels weird to add it now. It feels like, well, I've made a big contribution, but we didn't. But yeah. We'll combine them all that stuff.
Yeah, for sure.
Calendar year makes sense to me.
Yeah.
So this is my part. Shay has another section that's about this big.
Yep.
Which equals to about 1 month of expenses saved up, which feels comfy enough for now while we focus on the student loans.
Yes.
Okay, every month I explain this, and every month I do a little bit better. So I think this is the month that it actually makes sense.
Okay.
FIRE is financial independence, retire early. Fat FIRE is a subcategory of that where you have a lot of money, probably more than your actual expenses, far exceeding financial independence. Are we actually going to achieve an excess level of wealth far beyond our wildest dreams of financial independence?
Probably not.
Probably not. Are we in our lifetime going to achieve the FIRE part of financial independence? Yes. When that is, currently my spreadsheet says when I'm 62, which is pretty close to a regular retirement age, but you know what? It's not never. So I call it this section Fat FIRE because I think it's fun to dream. Dreams are fun and exciting.
Yes.
So what this number is if you took our retirement accounts, they did a 4%, what's called the 4% safe withdrawal rate, where you could withdraw 4%. It grows by the average 7% that the stock market grows, so you never run out of money, a perpetual money-making machine. And this is what we would get paid monthly if we withdrew 4% from our retirement accounts to live on annually.
Yes.
I know that sounds complicated. It is. This is kind of a silly way to track it, but it makes my brain happy because we look at our finances as like a sequence of months and what we live on in the month and how much we make in a month. So this, to me, it's really tangible for my brain to understand, but I understand that that's not the most effective way to track it. But while we're focusing on the student loans, and this is something that's kind of cranking in the background, it is very fun for me to see this, like, every single month, this number goes up. So we're getting little retirement raises every single month.
Yep. So now for the month of September, our if we were only doing 4% from our retirement accounts, we would have $213.88 to spend per month.
Which adds up to, I need your calculator. So that means that for the 4% safe withdrawal rate, we could withdraw $2,566 a year to live off of. We got some work to do. But this is fun for my brain. It's a fun way for me to look at it. And I know it's complicated, and I'm probably not going to change it.
Yeah.
Okay, this is our gross cumulative annual income. Again, I think I said this last month, but I don't think I'm going to keep tracking this next year, because now that we are in a place where our income is enough for us to survive on, it's just informational. I'll probably keep it in a spreadsheet, but I don't feel the need to track it and look at it so much. But we broke $100,000, which is fun in theory.
Yeah.
And we live in New York City. So a lot of that went to taxes, and a lot of that went to our life insurance and health insurance and vision insurance and dental insurance.
And our very expensive apartment. Yes.
But so a lot of that comes out before we even see it. And then a lot of it goes to student loans before we see that. So, but we're doing good. We're doing good. This feels good. I wanted to hit 150 by the time I'm 35, and I don't think we're going to hit that this year, but we're pretty close.
And you're not 35 yet.
And I'm not 35. We got some time. Yep. So that feels nice. The student loan balance has gone down pretty. It's been a good couple of months on the student loan balance. So since July, it's gone down $10,000. Now, we did not pay $10,000. There was an interest adjustment that took off like $6,000, but our estimated payoff date has gone from May 2038 to December 2036, which is crazy.
Yes. That's not so bad.
It's not so bad. And we're under the 130s. And I think I said this in a video. I don't even know when. We've been making videos. But this number started at like 170, 171 or so.
Yeah.
So crazy progress. I cannot wait. I'm trying really hard not to do mental math. I cannot wait to see in December when we do like where we started and where we ended and how much we paid off the total year. I'm really excited about that. Yeah. So I'm trying not to think about it too hard, because I want it to be a surprise for even me. And then our net worth. This is one we were very excited about.
Yes.
Because our net worth is now under negative 50,000. Yes. So we are fast approaching worthless. We are so looking forward to being worthless.
We can't wait to be worthless.
Cannot wait. It's going to be a blast. So it feels good. It was the market had a decent month.
Yeah. We
made a lot of progress on the student loans. It's just looking
good.
So
those two things combined
stack.
Yeah.
So
in a big way. So we're making gains. Left, right, and sideways.
Gains, baby. That's all of our things that we track monthly. And now we can look at September's spending.
I feel like we did pretty good in September.
I think so too. So our total spending in the month of September. And now, to be clear, YNAB, this is YNAB, by the way. You need a budget. If you want to check it out, there's a link down below, but whatever. Not the point. What they track as spending is anything that leaves this budget. So there are some accounts like our high yield savings and pretty much just that.
And my Roth IRA and...
Yeah, pretty much. Like stuff like that goes off the budget, and so it counts it as spending. Some of this, most of this is like actual spending, but some of that stuff. But in general, $6,083 left our budget in the month of September. Which, again, we live in New York City, so as you can see here, just under $2,300 of it is just our rent. That's how much our rent costs.
Yeah.
We live in a 2-bedroom in Queens, and that's how much it costs there.
Yes.
We have that rate locked in for another calendar year. So actually, today was the first day of the start of the second year of our lease.
Yes.
So this will probably go up in some capacity in 1 year, but we're locked in at this rate. So 37% of the spending was just the rent. But again, this is not... the student loans, so the student loans are on this, but not really. So it's not 37% of our take home. It's 37% of our spending budget, if that makes any sense at all. I'm sorry. If you watch like 8 videos in a row, you can get a good, clear picture of how our finances work. But we keep everything very separate to keep our brains detached from touching things. I don't like my student loans being attached to my daily spending, because I don't want my student loan money to be part of the daily spending. So of our daily spending budget, 37% went to rent last month. We paid an additional $550 on the student loans.
Mm-hmm.
So this is just above and beyond the regular amount that we pay. And a lot of this was thanks in part to some really generous, really lovely subscribers who sent money via the Buy Me a Coffee that we have down below, which is not necessary. You don't have to do it. Please only do it if you really feel motivated to and you have the additional finances to do so. But that was an extra $550 that went to that. Most of that was in relation to my birthday, which was really sweet. And thank you so much. And it's really crazy. This is an additional almost 2 full weeks of what I normally put towards the student loans. So wild. 9% of the spending of our budget was just additional payment on student loans.
Yeah.
Which is very cool.
That is awesome.
So thanks again for that, friends. Groceries was 6%, $340.32. That feels super low.
It is super low.
Were we just like, why was it so low last month?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think we had lots of leftovers from, you know what it was is that I put my fun money toward your birthday. And then that was like a week. It was like a full week of groceries.
That's true.
Yeah.
So my birthday present was a full day of eating like hobbits. So we had a lot of leftovers.
Yeah.
And we ate that food for a while.
Yeah.
So my birthday present was a cheap month of groceries. So thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Elena and Sabrina are our friends, and we went to go visit them where they live. We live in New York City. They live in Rhode Island. So we went to go visit. This is most of what we spent, but I don't think it counts the rental car. So I think all in for the trip, it was under $500.
Yeah.
But yeah, 5% of our spending went to that trip. That feels good.
Yeah.
5% also went to ordering food. That feels less good, but it's not so bad. We have both been working out of the house a lot more than we usually do over the last month, and are going to continue to do so as it goes on. So,
and a lot of this was also birthday festivity related.
There was a lot of birthday stuff ongoing related to this as well, yes. Booze, 4%. Again, my birthday month.
Yep. Yeah, and there's a lot of stuff unconsumed sitting in the fridge that is awaiting for us upon our return.
That's true.
So hopefully we can keep that spending down in the month of October.
Indeed.
Yes.
California. That is where we are right now. 4% of spending went to California. Elena and Sabrina and California have their own categories outside of travel because like visiting my family and visiting our dear friends, that to me is like less travel budget and more like life necessities. So we keep those somewhat separate from our regular travel budget.
Yeah.
Con Edison is our electric and power and gas. And that's how much it was in September. It was still pretty hot.
Yeah.
So it's cooled down significantly.
Well, that was the August bill.
That was the August bill that we paid in September.
Yep.
So, and then the September bill we just got and is about $100 less than this.
Yeah.
So it's trending way down. It'll drop significantly as we get into winter.
Yeah.
So,
which is good.
That's brutal. We need the AC to live. This is our gym. That's it.
It is a little expensive, but it's also a small business.
And it is so close to us.
Yeah,
also.
I cannot stress enough, actually.
And if it was any less close to us, we would never not go.
So.
And then transportation, $141.42. Yep. We live in New York. We take the subway everywhere we go, pretty much.
Yep.
And that's how much it costs. And then everything else, we can come down here and see. Cat insurance came out. Only 2% of our monthly spending, and we save for that all year. So that also feels great.
Yep.
Technically, $100 was spent on date night.
But that was rollover from last month.
It was rollover from last month. My phone bill. Wyatt is my cousin / nephew who this is some of the money that went into the high yield savings account, so this wasn't spending. My fun money, your fun money. Household consumables. We did pretty good on household consumables last month.
Yeah, we did.
And we got a bunch of things. Extra deodorant, all that. Shay renewed her driver's license.
I did.
Cat food. Our Wi-Fi. This is all less than 1% of our overall spending. So it's all these little things that certainly add up.
Yeah.
This is 0 because it was an inflow and outflow of the exact same amount.
That's a pretty good month.
And that's considering that we absorbed a lot. Like my birthday, we went on a trip and then a half, and we started a second trip, and that it didn't fall drastically outside of the norm. Like honestly, we spent more in August, and we didn't go anywhere in August.
Yeah.
Did we?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, that's the rental car.
We just went to Philly.
For one day.
We went to Philly for a concert.
So we are very successful September.
Standout month. I'm very proud of us.
Yeah, so hopefully in October we can keep that up and maybe plan ahead a little more when we're going to be out of the house so we don't eat out so much. I think would be good. I think packing a little lunch, packing a little snack will help with that significantly.
Yes.
And other than that, we're going to keep on rolling, keep on paying down student loans, and get closer to Fat Fire.
Yeah.
Every single day. See you Friday.